Grand Theft Auto 5 PC version. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words, the fucking words. When a young street hustler, a retired bank robber and a terrifying psychopath find themselves entangled with some of the most frightening and deranged elements of the criminal underworld, the US government and the entertainment industry, they must pull off a series of dangerous heists to survive in a ruthless city in which they can trust nobody, least of all each other.
Here we go again, another AAA third-person console jockey port of a game, which in this case of Grand Theft Auto, it's about sexualizing women, violence in its extreme that's totally uncalled for, the stereotyping of people, your usual homeboys, and just, you just know what you're going to get with Grand Theft Auto. Going out of your house with a baseball bat, finding an innocent person and beating the shit out of them with a bat. I mean, is this what we like? Is this what we do nowadays? And then not only that, but you can then get a car and wheel spin on their fucking face. You can do all of those things in Grand Theft Auto. You have a plethora of weapons that you can use against innocent people that are doing nothing but going about their daily business, talking to their loved ones on their phone, walking down the street, going to work in this very busy city, and you walk around murdering them all. And not only that, you then go to strip joints to have a pole dancer sit on your face and go while you throw dollar bills at our breasts. I mean, is this entertainment today? Is this where we are today? Cry at the way we are doing these things just to sell fucking games, because that's all it's for. It's just to sell games. Where's the nice games gone, eh? Where's all the nice games? Why do we have to have this? You just know all the kids at school who shouldn't even be fucking playing it are all saying, have you gone to the lap dancing club and do this? She'll sit on you and have breasts will go blah, 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 in your face. I mean, I just find it disgusting. I just find it disgusting that there's not more games like this. It's absolutely fucking a crime that there are not more games like this. This is gaming. This is what I want to do in a game. It's like, yes, I want to kill people for fuck off. The world we live in is stressful, and you need a game where you can just get a fucking bat and say, hey, fat ass bitch cow slut fuck, get some of this. Yes, Grand Theft Auto, you know what you're going to get with Grand Theft Auto, and this game delivers. It really does. It's a fabulous, fabulous game. You've got this living, breathing world that is so graphically detailed. It is amazing. It's real. There's the attention to detail in the world in Grand Theft Auto is just phenomenal. And you can go anywhere, do what you want to do. You're not constantly being interrupted like in The Crew. You can mow down as many people as you want without getting a message saying, you have killed too many innocent. Oh, fuck off! In GTA, it's like, get a gun and kill every It's brilliant. I've done 11 hours so far in the game, and I've only done 3 fucking missions. Because I've spent 11 hours just driving over people, running the down, stealing their cars, sitting in lap dancing clubs saying, have some dollars, poke your nipples into my mouth, love. Whoa. Sorry, it's just fucking great. It just appeals to everything I am. This game is me. It's third person. Who cares? It's a console port. Who cares? It's got nipples and violence. That's all we want. That's all we want. I'm even using a fucking controller. Actually, top tip, guys. Top tip. If you are a PC gamer like me and you don't like controllers and all that, it's great for the driving part. It's shit for the guy when you're controlling him in first person mode. But what I do is I actually place the controller on my crotch. And when I'm walking around, especially in the lap dancing clubs, if you make it vibrate, the game runs well enough. I'm running it on a GTX 770, and I've got the field of view right up. And it doesn't look brilliant, but it doesn't look shite. And I'm not getting any real graphics. Like now and then I did, but I've had to tweak it. Some of the footage in this video, you might see a bit of stuttering. That's when I was still working out what the settings should be. But I've got it running like a dream now, and it runs fine. The first person mode isn't as good as I thought. It's great for shooting. I mean, you just get headshots pretty much all the time in first person mode using a mouse and keyboard. But when you're fighting somebody, it's much better in third person because you can actually see them stamping on their fucking heads. Yeah, not that I condone stamping on heads, I think it's bad. But in the game, it's great. And you can stamp on kittens. Why would you want to stamp on a kitten, Mac?
That's sick. And you can hump dogs with a dog. That's sick. Mac, just get on. You can do loads of stuff, guys. You can just forget the fucking missions. You can go around with a dog humping things. You can go kitten stomping. You can do whatever you want. You can dive off cliffs. You can get in airships. You can get on planes. You can get on trains. You can get in cars, motorbikes, push bikes, jog. You can just beat people up. You can go to lap dancing. Did I mention there's a lap dancing club? The sound's good. The music's awesome. It's from my era, the 80s. You've got Simple Minds and all that kind of stuff. It's fabulous. I fucking love this game, guys. It's one of them games where it's a bit awkward for me because, like I say, I've got a controller for driving, then I've got third person for beating the shit out of somebody, first person for when I'm shooting shit. So there's a lot of manipulation going on with my control system, but I'm loving it. It's really good. One of the things that's been added to this game that I've never seen in a Grand Theft Auto game before, and I've played them since the first one, which was just a top-down game back in the day, but you can play as multiple characters in this, and I didn't like it at first, but now I'm starting to get with the whole thing because the lives of the characters you play all intertwine with each other. For example, I'm putting together a crew to make a job. I'm about to do a job, take a score down homes, and the driver's actually my other guy, which is great. Unless we all die horribly, of course, then that'll be bad. But yeah, there's all that. And so there's loads. The story's good. The characters are funny. I don't think it takes itself seriously, which I love. You know, some games try to take themselves too serious and it kind of ruins it. But this game just says, hey, look, I'm not taking this myself seriously. It's just a bit of fun. And that's exactly what Grand Theft Auto 5 is. It's meant to be just fun. Whereas Call of Duty, it just takes itself too fucking serious. Whereas this just doesn't. And it's one of the first AAA games that I really, really enjoy. And it's got third person. And it's a port. I mean, goodness me, it has to be good because it has all that shit bad stuff going for it. It has to be good for me to like it. And I love it. It's got full-on multiplayer as well, which is great because there's so many different multiplayer modes that you can have. You can put together your own crew with friends, just people off your friends list, so you don't get arseholes in there, and you can do scores with them. I'm talking all homie scores. You can do bank jobs, but it's a score, you know. I am Heat. It's like Heat. Have you seen the film Heat with Robert De Niro? Well, that's who I am in this. You just get out your car, motherfuckers down. It's great. I can't stop playing it. It's unfortunately I have to because my broadband's fucked, and I've got an engineer coming out tomorrow to fix it. I did a stream and the whole thing was fucked up. So I'm unable to play multiplayer at the minute, which sucks, but I'm thoroughly enjoying single player. It's really good. If you are into violence and breasts, you've got to buy this game. If you're not into violence and breasts, buy this game. If you're not into anything, just buy this game. If you are an old woman walking down the street doing her shopping, buy this game. This game is... shit. Oh no, that's real life. Every time I hear a police siren now, I just immediately reach for my gun and try to shoot them. If you want an in-depth review, you're not going to get that from me. I just tell you, I'm like the guy at the pub who reviews games. If you want an in-depth review of it, go to one of the other sites. But what you're going to get from me is it worth a buy? And yes, it is, because it's so much fun. There's so much to do. I haven't even scraped the barrel of what there is to do. There's just loads to do. The immersivititis of this game is off the scale. You get so immersed in this game. I am the guys I play. Pick my wife up from work and says, "Get in the car, motherfucking bitch!" And she says, "Excuse me?" I says, "Oh, sorry, love. Get in the car, love." But, you know, that's the way it is, you know. It's just, that's the game. That's what the game does to you. It's fucking great. I haven't even touched on the fact that you can get any car, stick it in your garage, it then becomes yours. You can customize it, tune it up, respray it, retune it, put all kinds of side skirts on it. You can, if you go jogging, you get more strength in the game with your guy. If you go cycling, you get more. If you go swimming, you exercise, it just exercises you, and you actually feel the benefit of it. There's gun clubs where you can improve your aiming. There's just loads and loads to do. You can do the fucking stock market. You can buy stocks and shares, buy low, sell high, yay, lots of money. There's a fucking casino, which I haven't even been in yet, but I'm assuming you can go and do. If you can't, then don't sue me. There's just so much to do. It's not all brilliant though. There are some bugs that I came across. For example, in some of the scripted missions that you do, well, all the missions are pretty much scripted, although you don't have to take a set route to get to them. Like if you're doing a driving job, you can go from A to B via C and D if you want.
But some of the shootout missions, you have to go to a certain spot for the next point of the mission to happen. For example, right at the beginning, I was told I had to take cover before you opened the door. So I crouched behind some crates, but apparently that's not taking cover when it fucking was. So I actually went to the same place that the guy was and took cover right next to him, and he still wasn't happy because I had to go to the specific point that the program has put. I hate shit like that because it kind of ruins the game a bit. There was also other times where the guy that I was with just started doing circle walking. I don't know why, he just couldn't figure out the next thing to do. There was another shootout that I came across where the police were just having this random shootout with some random AI criminals, but they got stuck behind a bus and they were just all standing there with the guns out, and it was quite bad. So you're going to come across bugs and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's not a game breaker. It's actually quite funny when you look at it. There's so much more to do in the game that you can just see stuff like that and just say, oh well, whatever. So there you go, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Is it worth breasts? Yes, it is. Rub them in my face so I can go wibble, wibble, wibble.
Sorry.